Let's review topics. There are two things that you are going to need to know by the end of this presentation. One is what is a topic, and two, more importantly, how do I know if I've determined the right or the best topic there is for a text. So let's start from the top. What is a topic? A topic is the main subject that the text is mostly about. In other words, if you had to summarize the content of a text in 1 to 2 words only, that is going to be your topic. So two things to know here. One is it's all about the main subject of the text. What is it mostly about? What is the most important content? And it will be in 1 to 2 word, usually, phrases at most. I am going to have you pause right now and pull up your vocabulary document for Unit 1. Topic is one of the first words you will find. Please add both parts of this definition into that document. So go ahead and pause the video now as you do that. All right, so now we know what a topic is. Let's just do a little bit of practice and make sure that we know which ones are the correct topics and what non-examples look like. Okay. The article that we are reading this week for Article of the Week, a correct topic would be that the article is about refugees. If somebody asks me, hey, what were you reading about today? And I am a typical 8th grader and I don't want to go into detail, my one-word answer that could well sum up that article is refugees. Here are some non-examples. The world refugee situation is a major crisis. That is completely accurate and very well describes what we read about today. However, that's not a topic. It's more than one word. This is more like a main idea. So although that's a great statement, that doesn't fit our criteria for what a topic is. Let's look at another. Almost 100 million people are displaced in some way in 2020. Again, it is on subject. It's talking about the displacement of people. However, it does not meet our criteria for it being 1 to 2 words. Last but not least, this meets our basic criteria that a topic is 1 word or so. However, this one is inaccurate because although Syria is mentioned in the article is not mainly about Syria. If I were to give you that article and tell you this is an article about Syria, that would be misleading. It is not about Syria, it is about refugees. This is just mentioned within the text. So you are going to know if it is the topic, if it is what the text is mostly about, and if it is 1 to 2 words or a phrase that summarizes the content of the text. Let's try again. Let's say that we are talking about science. An example of a topic in science would be space. A non-example, there could be life on other planets. Space is the final frontier. Are there really UFOs? Again, that does not meet our criteria this time, just simply because they are more than 1 word. Those are sentences as opposed to 1 word or a phrase. Our job this year in 8th grade is to find the most accurate answer. This song is called Impossible by James Arthur. It's a great song. If you were to listen to it and read the lyrics, it gives you a clue about the topic of the song. This is just part right here. Tell them all I know now. Shout it from the rooftops. Write it on the skyline. This is the most important line. All we had is gone now. Tell them I was happy and my heart is broken. All my scars are open. Here's another line from the song. My illusion, my mistake. So if you had not heard this song before, it would be difficult to assess what is the topic, and especially the most accurate one. However, if you were to listen to the entire thing, you might come up with 2 possible topics. One is a breakup and one is heartbreak. Although these both meet our criteria of only being a word or 2, and they do both talk about what is discussed in the text, breakups is the correct answer simply because heartbreak is less specific to this song than breakups. He is heartbroken because the main idea or subject in the song is a breakup. So we are going to do some practice in identifying and moving our topics from good to great because that's what we want in 8th grade. In order to do so, you need to go past the obvious surface level topic and you are going to look for the bigger idea. Let's take the example of basketball. If we read a book about basketball, we could very well, of course, say that the topic is basketball. And although this is probably accurate, that is very surface level and very obvious. We're going to search for the deeper, bigger idea. Teamwork is better than basketball. However, again, for us in 8th grade, this might be more on the obvious end. Compare those two to the concepts and the topics of humility or perseverance. Although teamwork might be a part of that, of learning that maybe the all-star had to step back and let other people take the lead, that's a part of it. Humility and perseverance are deeper level ideas that in this fictional text we could say would work. Let's try again. In order to go from good to great, we're going to try to surpass the obvious surface level and find the bigger idea. This time, we're reading a fictional book about school. Of course, even in the description, I am saying this obvious topic, high school. However, we are going to search for a bigger concept within that. So although the book might be about high school as a surface level topic, a deeper level might be that the character is finding their own identity within the text. Right now, you are going to stop, and on these slides, you are going to fill in the answer to this question. How are you feeling on a scale of 1 to 5? My understanding of the topic is. There is a description of what the different numbers mean. Take a look at those right now. Pause this video and add your truthful rating of how you feel you're doing. Okay, here's where it gets a little bit more challenging. Now, again, we're going to practice going from good topics to great topics. You are going to listen to 2 songs. The first one is linked here. Pause the video, listen to this song. From there, you are going to look down below. This is a list of potential topics. You have 3 categories in which to move these words into. So after listening to the song, you are going to look at dreams and wishes. Is that, number 1, an accurate topic for this song? Number 2, is it more of a deep level topic to this song? If you believe so, those are the things we're looking for. Those are the words that will go into our great category. If it's okay, it might be that it is somewhat about that is a topic, but it's more surface level, and wrong is these are not topics in that song whatsoever. Now be really careful here because some of these are meant to mislead you. Remember that a topic is what it is mostly about. So although some of these things might be included in the song, briefly mentioned, that is not what the song is about. Therefore, they would be non-examples. Make sure you have listened to the song before you check the answers. But I do want to talk through where things were placed and why. When you go to check your work, your answers should look like mine. So let's start with the great column. The song is all about how Ariel wishes that she could be part of the human world because it's kind of the grass is greener phenomenon. She's heard that it's great. She's seen it for brief moments, and it is her dream or her wish to go up there. So this one I would say is more on the good end. Even better, I think, is that what Ariel is really craving is she wishes that she had the choice in order to go to this land. Unfortunately for her, being a mer creature, she does not have the option to even go up and be part of that world. So what she is really missing is that freedom in order to be able to do so. Those are more great answers. That's what we're looking for these deep level topics. An okay topic might be the topic of envy. And this one I even question because envy has a negative connotation. So is she envious about people who are able to go into that other world? I don't know. It's certainly not about envy. So now that I'm talking about it out loud, I might even say that that's a non-example. Let's look at these definite non-examples. The topic, although it includes a mermaid as the main character, has nothing to do with mermaids whatsoever. Same with fish. It mentions her father. That is not what the song is about, so that would be a non-example. Finally, though it is from The Little Mermaid, that is not the topic of the song, so that will not work. Let's try another one. This song is called 6 Feet Apart by Luke Combs. Again, you will listen to the song lyrics, and then afterwards you are going to move these words into the correct category. Is it a non-example? Is it an okay example, surface level, or is it more of the deep level that we are looking for? Pause and do that now. Again, I'm going to take a moment, and I do want to talk through why things are the way they are. So I'm going to go ahead and move this here. Just want to make sure you are doing your thinking. Here's what I had for 6 Feet Apart. Let's start on the opposite end this time. Although mom and dad are mentioned in the song, it is not a song about mom and dad. They are not the main subject, so that is a non-example. This one you have to think about too. This is kind of a tricky one. Although the song is a product of the coronavirus and it is discussing something that has happened because of that, this concept directly is never mentioned. It's not about, for instance, naming some symptoms of the coronavirus. It is not about that subject. So I would say that that is a non-example. An okay one would be, if you were to be explaining this today, you could say that it is a song about a current event. That's true, but do you hear how basic that is? That really wouldn't give me a good idea whatsoever what the song is about. Is it about the protests? Is it about COVID-19? I'm not sure. So that is just okay, just squeaking into the okay category. Social distancing, this one's a little bit better. So it has to do with social distancing. That is why people have to be 6 feet apart. However, compare that to the great ones. So really the underlying message and the underlying concept that he is singing about is he has hope for better times. He is looking ahead to the future and thinking about how great it will be when social distancing can be done. So this is more than 1 or 2 words. However, it's a phrase that goes together. It's not a complete sentence. It's one idea, so that's still considered a topic. This is your best answer, the power of personal connections. This required a lot of thought, but if you think about it, it is really there. So in the song, he mentions how he misses mom and dad. He misses his band. He misses being able to play for shows. He misses people and being able to be around people. This song was written during the time of the coronavirus because of people's feeling of isolation, and it was meant to kind of bring people together. So that topic is the best answer that we have for that song. You are going to pause the video again, and you are going to now rate your confidence level in identifying great topics. So not just your understanding of what a topic is. Now, how do you feel about being able to identify those next level topics? Please fill out your number here. Okay? You need to know 2 things at this point, and if you need to go back and review, please do, but we are going to be moving forward quickly, so it's important that you understand what a topic is. A topic is the main subject that a text is mostly about. It is the content. In other words, it is a summary of the content of a text in typically 1 to 2 words or a phrase. It is not a complete sentence. Most importantly, how do I know if I've determined the right or the best topic for what I'm looking at? Number 1, it obviously has to be accurate to the text. If the song does not mention fish in the part of your world, that will not obviously be a topic no matter what. So it needs to accurately summarize the text. More importantly, what we're digging for this year is we are looking for the more important or advanced level concepts and not just the right there answer. So although 6 feet apart is about social distancing, there is a deeper message there, and that is about the power of connections. You have to do a little bit more work, but that is what is taking us from your previous years talking about topic to today. So this is the last thing you're going to do, I promise. You are going to show that you have an understanding of topic. How you're going to do that is you are going to list as a comment on the post, you are going to include a picture of the book you are currently reading and a list of topics beneath that. I find that that is the easiest way to find the best topic. I start with all of my ideas, and then from there I can deduce the best choice. So you're going to decide and determine what would be the best possible